I'm Dean Galushin. Welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to be doing a comparison. One that some people have asked for because I mentioned it in one of the first parts of the test and evaluation of this gun right here. This is the Ruger American. It's a 22 bolt action, has the box magazine, and I mentioned something or other about being the bolt action version of the 1022. Well, I guess. Anyway, we're going to compare it. We're going to talk about the differences on them and the likes. First, the biggest thing about it being alike is this right here, the magazines. They're interchangeable. They're this box magazine. That's exactly alike. No problem there. From there on, it kind of changes, and what we're comparing are the two compact models. Because this is a compact and this other one is, but take a look at the difference in the length. Right here you can see, I think. Stick them around. It's kind of hard, I guess. You're not getting the top of them, are you? But it's a couple of inches shorter, this one is. And I like this one. I mean, this shorter one like this. Now, what else is different? Well, of course, bolt and semi-auto. That's a gimme. So that's no big difference. Sights. This has got a fiber optic sight, as you can see, and these are unloaded, by the way, because both of their magazines are right here, and there's nothing, as you can see, in it. And this has got two fiber optic sights. One down here, your rear sight, and one up here. Now, this is also going to be kind of a revisited thing to this gun because we reviewed this a long time ago, and we have had a problem with this front sight. The barrel got hot enough that something happened here and the fiber optic fell out completely, so they had to send me in a new sight. That's one of the things that happened. Shot a lot of rounds through this, but that's the biggest problem we had so far. Anyway, I wanted to bring it up. But again, the sights are different because this is a fiber optic both ends. But they switch, I mean, depending on which model you get. So it's kind of hard to say one's different than the other. Now this one has the fold down sight, as you can see. And it has a fiber optic front sight, and it's green. Next is the mounts. This has got both ways, which is kind of nice. This has got a rail, if you want to use like a rimfire rail scope or say a red dot or something like that that has a rimfire, that works. It also is drilled and tapped, so you can put it like a Picatinny rail on there. And then you can use that sort of a mount on a scope or a red dot or whatever you want. This one does not have the rail. It does have the tap and drill, and you have a rail, and it comes with it, by the way, and you put that on there and it's a Picatinny rail. Works very nice. We have done it in the past in some of the reviews and that. We may put, in fact, a Piace sight on this later. Then we'll bring this back. We're going to be shooting it again. Weight wise, they're about the same. This is, again, a little longer barrel. I guess it's a little heavier if you think about it, because picking it up like this, I can tell. This has got a wooden stock. Now, I'm not sure they even make them with the wooden stock anymore, but I really, really like this. Oh, here was another problem we did have with this one. The wood stock just wasn't right. It was in here was the problem. It was where we had this, and I had a friend, unfortunately he's passed away since, that was a woodworker, and he took this stock and he reworked it all, and I mean, that thing looks like factory. He got it stained, everything right to the same factory. You can't tell the difference. It looks just like it came out of the factory, right? And anyway, he reworked it. Ruger was going to send me a new stock. I mean, had no problems there. Didn't need it. I mean, if that could be reworked, fine. I did it, or had it done, because Dave sat there and did it while I was watching him, and he had a good old chat. And Dave was 90-some years old, and He was one heck of a woodworker, I'll tell you. Yeah, I miss old Dave. Had a lot of good conversations. Had a lake where I fished too. Anyway, that was in fact, that was the first range that Shooting Plink had, was below his lake. He allowed us to set that up below the dam and out into the field, and that was the first one. So some of the old videos that you see, and subscribe, there's a little picture down here of me and Pepper, just hit that button and subscribe. Some of the old videos that you'll see on this channel were done right there. So, you know, take a look at them. Anyhow, that's pretty much the comparison on these. Again, this is wood stock, that is a polymer stock. And I rethink that the compact, if I'm not mistaken, I rethink that the compact now on the 1022 is not available in wood stock. I may be wrong. It may be. I don't know. They've got a lot of distributor models too. So anyway, that's one of the things. And comparison otherwise, yeah, in a way they shoot the same, but in a way they don't, especially with the sights. They might more so if they both had a scope on them. But with the regular sights, which we're comparing right now, before you put anything extra on them, this sight here, you really got to get down low like this to shoot it. It's a very, very visible sight. That I like. This gun's very accurate too. This gun I've had a little bit of a problem tuning it in, and when I shoot it, you've got the white diamond back here rather than the fiber optics, and you got to put that right on there. You got to put that green dot, I guess you'd say, because that's what it is. You got to put it right on top of that diamond and make sure it's on top of it in order to hit the target. And what we're going to do is we're going to shoot these. We're going to see what it does. And we're going to shoot right down here. We're going to get some knockout targets, shoot at those, shoot at some knock over targets, and if we got any rounds left, we'll shoot at the gong in behind them. So let's set them up and start doing some shooting. All right, I got you zoomed in a little bit on this. You can see there that we have got, well, actually two different types of knockovers. We've got the bottles and we've got those dual ones up above, dual outdoors. And those are knockout discs. And we're going to shoot the American first, bolt action, and we'll see how it does on them. Okay, we'll try to get that gong. I'm going to have to get around a little different though. I'll hit one of those other things. That's it. Okay, it did a pretty good job at knocking all those off. We're going to grab the other one here. So hang on, because I got to reset those targets. Okay, we've got the 1022 with us now, and we'll see how she works. Well, it helps if I take safety off, doesn't it? Okay, did quick work of that. You know, just for the heck of it, let's take it over the 50-yard range and we'll see how these two do. I mean, they're shooting just about alike. The other one, of course, I got to stop and do the bolt every time. But that one, I mean, this gun is right on. There's no doubt about it. So let's go over the 50-yard range, and I'm going to talk to you too about the magazines here. So just hang on. You know, like I said, we're here on the 50-yard range. We're going to go again with the American first. And I want to talk to you about those magazines here towards the end, because we're going to shoot them first. We've got 10 rounds in each one. I got you zoomed in partially. You're probably zoomed up to, I don't know, maybe where the 30-yard range is or something like that. And we're going to try to see what we can do with 50 yards. Yep. Oh, I missed that one. Thought I did. I aimed too low on that other one. Ooh. That one I don't know why I missed. That was it. So, 10 rounds on that one, had 8 hits. See what we do with this one. Okay, now we're gonna start with the 10-22 and see how it does. Well, looked like it did pretty good. So, 10 for 10. Well, the little 10-22, boy, that sounds different with those Howard lights. These are amplified Howard lights. Great gadgets. They even got a Bluetooth in them. Anyway, the little 10-22 outshot the American, but could be the way I was shooting. I did more of a freestanding shoot, believe it or not, with this. This one I used the bench here, this one right here, and I said I was going to tell you about the magazines. Here's a problem I've been having. This is the American. Alright, you're supposed to push this forward and drop the magazine, right? Yeah, try to get it out. It has been having a bear of a time. There, I got it. Okay, now, the little 10-22 comes right out. Only thing was my finger slipped off the first time, but it dropped right out, no problem. And so it's doing good. I don't know what the problem is here, really. I've looked at it. You just, no matter what you do, I mean, if it's loaded full, even loading it is a little bit of a problem. It just, you can see, just getting it out, you gotta push. I don't know why it's doing this. I really don't. I don't know if it's a malfunction. There it come out. Or what, or it maybe something about the polymer. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I want to keep these magazines. I've even tried different magazines. It don't make any difference. Before you say, well, maybe you need a different magazine. No. I've tried different ones, and it does the same on all of them. And these, like I said, this even goes in easier and drops right out. No problem. You can see that. See, it goes in, drops out. And that's the 10-22. Not this one. You even have a little bit of a sticky thing getting it in. There, it went in that pretty good that time. But coming out, she's not going to come out. You got to wiggle it, you got to push, you got to wiggle. There, it come out. So, I don't know if that's a problem that we have with all of them, but there's another part of the test. Like I said, that's the idea of my test and evaluations, and that's with all of us guys that do this sort of stuff. When we're doing this, we're bringing it out to your attention, also the company's attentions, so that they can look at it and see, well, is it a problem or what? But, you know, that's That's just one of the things we do. But this little rifle right here, like I said, 10 of 10, and it was right on. I actually aimed different with the two of them. This one, I put the sight just about this far below the top of that target. That one, I put it about in the middle, or maybe a little lower, but basically right in the middle. And well, it hit 8 out of 10, which isn't bad. Don't know where the other two hit, but I was using this right here, CCI standard. Told you about that before. CCI standard velocity. That's 1070 velocity, and I used that for both the ones we did over there where we're just plinking away, and here where we're shooting 50 yards. So that's about it with them. Like I said, I compared them now between the Ruger 1022 and the Ruger American, and they're both really nice guns, except for that hiccup that we've got with the magazines, whatever's going on there. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.